Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are to look at the vertical shift of trigonometric graph. Vertical shift is an operation that is outside of the function. So if you are to look at this plus or minus d, this uppercase D is the magnitude you are to shift and is outside of the function. You should see that there is no parenthesis and is being operated after you input sin x. Therefore, we are to perform vertical shifting. That means you are to move either up or down, that is vertically. You have the parent function as y is equal to sin x. We are to look at the upwards movement first. We are to look at the sign. If you are to move up, the sign has to be a plus number. So plus. The sign goes the same direction with the movement. So plus uppercase D will help you to move the graph upwards. And let's look at if we are to move the graph downwards, then the sign should be minus uppercase D. So we are to shift the graph downwards. We now to look at this question in which you have plus 2 outside the function that tells you you are to move in the vertical direction is either up or down. And let's look at the plus 2. The sign plus tells you you are to move up. And the 2 tells you you are to move up for 2 units. And before we start, let's mark the y-axis. So you should have 1 and minus 1 correspondingly with the intersection as the y value as 0. Using the same logic, we are to take the critical points starting from the maxima and move each unit up for 2 units. Therefore, you have the y as 1, so we are to increase 1 by 2 and move up to this position. And let's count the y. So you move up for 2 units. I believe you should get 3. And therefore, you get the first coordinate as 0 degrees, comma 3. And in the same logic, this coordinate has the y value 0. We are to increase that by 2 units. You are to shift this coordinate 2 units up and reach 2. We are to do the minima. The minima we are to have minus 1 plus 2. That should give you 1. 0 should plus 2 to get y is equal to 2. The last, you have the y value equal to 1, so increase that by 2. You should get 3. We are to join them. Moving on, we are to look at this case in which minus 1 is operated outside the function. Since it's operated outside the function, you are to perform vertical movement. Therefore, let's look at the sign. It's a minus, so you are to move downwards, the same direction as the sign for 1 unit. Before that, let's mark the y-axis intersection 0, 1, and minus 1. We are to start from this point and move every point down for 1 unit. So 1, move down, will get you y as 0. And let's look at the x-intercept. Move down for 1 unit and should get you minus 1. And you have this coordinate here that has the y value minus 1. You are to shift down for 1 unit. Then this point, shift down for 1 unit. Lost. And we are to join the points. And always remember, when you are performing shifting, you are always to draw the untransformed function y is equal to cos x. Then we are to use the coordinate of the parent function and to determine the transformed function. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe.